Hey, what's up everyone? Adam here with Probably Got This, and today I'm bringing you my beginner guide for companions in ESO Blackwood. Companions are a new feature being added with the Blackwood expansion that will act as a helper in a sense when doing questing, dungeons, delves, and other content. Today I'm going to go through the basics of companions, how to level them up, the armor, the skill lines, and the ins and outs of this system. First off, if you guys haven't seen yet, we did revamp our website. Go and check it out at brahwegotthis.com. I'd like to give a huge shout out to my patrons as well. If you'd like to become a patron, check out the link below in the description, and you can always ask me questions on twitch.tv/brahwegotthis. I stream over there, and you can join our Discord. The links to all of that is in the description. So first off, companion basics. To start out, there are two companions that you can obtain in Blackwood. These are Miri and Bastion. Let me know down in the comments below which companion has turned out to be your favorite if you've gotten to try them out. Team Miri or Team Bastion. They each have their respective quests or ways to unlock them. For Miri, you need to complete the Shattered and Scattered quest located at the Doom Vault Volpinaz. And shout out to Outcast because I could not find this, so I had to look this up. So shout out to Outcast. I'll link his website down below. For Bastion, you need to complete the quest, competition, and contracts. Now, when you unlock these companions, you go to your allies tab and call them to your side. Once you call them to your side, you can interact with them by talking to them. They have dialogue options available, and the responses are based off of rapport with them. Then you will see the companion menu. The companion menu will break down each section and contain everything companion related for you. You will have the rapport meter, skills tab, companion gear or loadout, and collectibles that they can wear. Now I'm going to go more into these sections later in the video. I want to first talk about more companion basics. Let's talk about where you can and cannot have your companion out. You can have your companion in every piece of content except solo arenas and PvP or battlegrounds. So the arenas are Maelstrom Arena and Vashon Arena. Please note that your companions will take up a group member slot if you do group content with them. So what that means is if you went into a dungeon, you could have you and your companion and two other group members, or two people and two companions. This means that you can take them in trials, but ZeniMax did say that companions aren't designed to replace a player in content. The reason being is they want to still encourage players to play in groups, and I'm fine with this because if companions were OP, then you wouldn't need anyone with you, so just keep that in mind when bringing your companion along. Now let's go into the companion's skill menu. Miri's skills resemble that of a Nightblade, and Bastion's skills resemble a Dragon Knight. Each companion will have 3 class skill lines that use unique companion skills. All of these skills are variants of the actual Nightblade and Dragon Knight skills, but they do different things and have different names. In each of the class lines, you have 3 active abilities. Your companion's ultimate ability is in the first class line. With the companions, you also have access to all the weapon skill lines as well. These need to be unlocked via equipping your companion with the correlating weapon. Each weapon line has 3 active abilities in it. Each companion has the light armor, medium armor, and heavy armor lines as well. These have 1 active ability and 1 passive. In order to unlock these lines, you need to equip 3 pieces of the correlating armor to unlock the line. But wait, there's more. You also have access to the Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, and Undaunted lines as well. These will be unlocked via completing a Fighters Guild daily quest, Mages Guild daily quest, and one of Bolgrel's Undaunted challenges for the Undaunted. Looking for you, I have guides on all of these guilds, and they are in the description and on the website, so check them out there. And lastly, you have the racial line, which has a passive for each companion. So now that you have a rundown on skills, let's talk about the actual leveling component for companions. How do you level them? How do skills get leveled, and so on? Well, first off, the max level for companions is level 20. You level your overall companion combat level up through, you got it, combat. They will earn a fraction of XP in combat that you earn. From my testing, I found every 3k XP is about 445 XP for the companion. I also tested with an XP scroll, and I believe the value went up slightly, but it was difficult to actually test and tell. So you level your companion through combat. Now, how do you level your skills? Well, this is the easy part. This isn't set up like your actual character, where if you don't have a skill equipped on your bar, you won't level that skill or line. With companions, you will level up your class lines the same amount regardless if you have a skill from it on the companion skill bar. So you'll see that the Soul Thief, Living Shade, and Deadly Assassin will have the same level, but I only have Deadly Assassin skills on, which is honestly fantastic. Now, in order to level your weapon lines, you need to get combat XP with that weapon equipped for your companion. So right now, Miri is getting bow XP because she is using a bow when I get kills. In order to level up your armor lines, you need to make sure you have 5 pieces of that armor equipped in combat. The more armor pieces you have beyond that increases that skill line gain. And then lastly, in order to increase your guild lines, you need to do dailies for those guilds. Now, real quick, you will see your skill bar for companions says ability priority. I'm going to go over that more in the combat section of the beginner guide. What I want you to know now is that you will have 2 skill slots unlocked at level 1. Then your 3rd skill will be at level 2. Your 4th skill will unlock at level 7. Your 5th skill will unlock at level 12. And your ultimate will unlock at level 20. Those levels that I just mentioned are also your companion's overall levels. So when your companion reaches those levels, those will unlock. So to wrap up the leveling section, I believe that doing the normal leveling techniques will help level your companion as fast as possible. That is Skyreach, Black Rose Prison, public dungeons, zombie farms, just methods that give kill XP because you only level through combat with companions. So this leads me to companion gear. What kind of gear can they equip? Can you sell it? And so on and so on. So companion gear is unique to only companions. So this gear is a new type of loot that will drop from various activities around the world, like killing bosses and enemies. This gear cannot be equipped by your player, but only by your companion. The quality of companion gear goes from white to purple. This gear cannot be upgraded. It cannot have the traits changed like player gear traits. Also, companion gear can be sold on Guild Traders, so that might be a decent way to make gold. I outlined that in my 5 ways to make gold in Blackwood, which is in the description below. There are 9 companion gear traits. Aggressive, which increases damage done by X percentage. This, by the way, is light, medium, and heavy armor, and all jewelry and weapons are able to actually get these traits. The next one is augmented, which increases the duration of buffs and debuffs by X percent. Bolstered reduces damage taken by X percent. Focused increases the critical strike rating by X. Prolific increases ultimate generation by X. Quickened reduces the ability cooldowns by X percent. Shattering increases penetration by X. Soothing increases healing done by X. And Vigorous increases max health by X. Again, you can mix and match gear traits and weights, so I'm excited to keep trying a lot of these out in the PTS. Now, let's move on to how companions work in combat. Companion skills are utilized on a priority system and a cooldown basis. So for instance, your companion isn't going to be spamming a skill. They will need to have a step-by-step rotation that you lay out for your companion. Like I said before, your companion has their ability bar. This is set up in priority in which you want them to use the skills you place. So putting a skill at the number 1 slot means that your companion will prioritize that skill if it is available to be used. Then each subsequent spot is less priority. So for instance, Miri will go to slot 1 and use that skill. Then slot 2, slot 3, slot 4, and slot 5. Now something to keep in mind when setting up your rotation is to think of all situations involved with it. For instance, Miri has an execute that only is used if the enemy has 25% health. So a smart thing or an advantageous thing to do would be to put that on a priority number 1, since that will not be used at all when enemies are above 25% health, but used first when they are. You also have to take into account how your companion gear traits will work as well. These can be combined to get your skills cooldowns lower and lower. This is ultimately up to you how you set this up, but I will be making builds eventually for these companions along with my player builds as well. If you don't want to miss any of that, make sure to subscribe, heavy attack that bell icon to stay up to date on all the content. So the next thing that I want to talk about with combat with your companions is how do you direct them? Can you even direct them? And so I want to show you what you can and can't do. So if you go to the settings here, you'll see in gameplay that you can actually change their companion reactions to infrequent, normal, or frequent. Okay, this just controls how often your active companion will react to their surroundings. Okay, now companions will always try to attempt to engage in combat when you get attacked and all that sort of stuff, right? But you can utilize commands that can allow you to direct them to do something. So one thing that you can do is you can hold the Y key on keyboard and mouse and left and right click. And what that will do is it will engage them in specific targets. For instance, if we go over here and I go Y and then click, Miri will shoot this Minotaur Shaman, okay? So Y, left and right click will get her to attack the Shaman. For controller, it will be pressing L3 and R3 buttons along with the left or the right bumper. Another thing that you can do is if you heavy attack, it'll actually switch your target for your companion. So if I attack this right here and then I heavy attack this guy, Miri will now attack this NPC, which is really cool. So if you want to have Miri or Bastion attack specific people, you can just heavy attack the target that you want Miri or Bastion to attack, and they will do that. The other thing that you can do is tell them when to use their ultimate, if you even want to do that. So if you go to settings and you go to gameplay, you go to companion ultimate autocast. So if this is on, they will automatically cast their ultimate when they want to, basically, and when the parameters are actually set. But if you want to be able to control them using their ultimate, you can turn this off. So if I want Miri to use her ultimate, I would just press the Y key if I wanted to do it, if I wanted to control her doing the ultimate. But I just usually leave it on auto cast just because I'm trying to learn more and more about this, and it's just easier to leave it on auto cast, at least to me. But I will probably get to the point where I will be good enough to do it to where I can actually just tell her when to use her ultimate. Next, let's talk about the rapport system. The system is pretty neat and all, and it really is how much your companion likes you or doesn't like you. If you get your companion to a point of terrible rapport, they can actually leave you. Doing certain things that you think they will like will boost rapport. For instance, Bastion probably wouldn't like if you're stealing things or attacking NPCs, but Miri might like that. So you need to keep that in mind when raising their rapport. Let's talk about fashion. I'm so excited that we can actually customize our companions. You'll be able to customize them with costumes you have and all the motifs and outfit styles that you know on your account. The only thing that you can't do is put a helmet on them because they said they want to keep that the way it is to keep intact some sort of character for your companion. Basically, they want you to be able to see their face. Now, you can also give them a mount and they will mount up with you in the world. The mount speed is not tied. You don't have to, raise their mount speed or anything like that, thank goodness. And their mounting has been working better in the PTS. They've been following a little better, so that's just something I noticed. So I haven't really encountered too many janky things with that. And now some other miscellaneous information for companions. This is via the Elder Scrolls Online website, but for companions, they will have 2 additional side quests that you can do once you get their rapport up to a certain amount. And by doing this, you will be able to use them as a house guest collectible in your house for each companion, which is going to be pretty amazing. The other cool thing is each companion has companion perks. So Miri's companion perk is Miri's expertise. So treasure chests found through treasure maps and in Overland have a 30% chance to provide additional loot from hidden compartments. The treasure from these hidden compartments may contain additional gold, sellables, or recipes. And then Bastion's insight perk is potions looted from chests and monsters have a 30% chance to be improved by Bastion's insight. But that's going to wrap up the beginner guide for companions, you all. If you have any questions, again, you can always come by my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/brahwegotthis. You can leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the new companion system to see what you guys and gals like about it. I will be making more guides regarding this, like builds for companions and stuff like that, but that will be later on in the month or next month. So if you don't want to miss that, again, make sure to heavy attack that bell icon, subscribe, and that way you stay up to date on all the content in the channel. But until next time, y'all, just remember to have faith, be great, and I'll see you on ESO.